Have you ever wondered how to create an online course website, host your own courses, and sell them on your own website? That's what I'll be teaching you in today's video. Coming up. Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Mac, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to create your online course website, host your courses, and even sell them online. We're going to be using WordPress, but before we get started, I'd like to remind you that the main plugin that I'll be using to set up your online course website is called LearnDash. And if you buy this using my affiliate link, you'll get access to the complete course that teaches you how to set up your website and make it look really, really professional. All right, so without wasting a lot of time, let's get started. Right, so the first thing we're going to need is hosting. We need good hosting, and I've included all the links in the video description below that have very, very good hosting. But in a nutshell, it's pretty much SiteGround if you're on a budget. I mean, they seem to be a very, very good hosting company. And also I've gone ahead and downloaded LearnDash. Let me show you where I downloaded it. So over here is where LearnDash is. So let's take a look at the pricing page. And by the way, right now, there is a $40 discount. So if you go ahead and use my link in the video description below, you are going to save $40. And this is going to expire very, very soon. So here, as you can see, I mean, the license is pretty straightforward. 159 is for one site, and then 189 is for 10 sites, and then 25 sites is 329. So if you just have a single website you need to work on, you can just go with a single license. So I have already gone in and I have an account on LearnDash. So what you need to do is to log in, and this is the page that you see. You want to go ahead and download LearnDash 3.2, and you may also need this Pro panel, but this just shows you all the stats of the students that are on your platform and so on. But the most important one here is the LearnDash. Okay, now over here on my site, like I said, I've already gone ahead and I've installed LearnDash. In fact, let me show you over here on the plugins. So installed plugins, you're going to see our plugin here, LearnDash, and here it is. This site is very clean. It doesn't have a lot going on this site. Okay, so at this time, you have to have an idea of what course you're going to be teaching online on your website. So let's say this is a course for gardening. So what you need to do to start creating your course is to head over here to LearnDash, and then you want to click on courses. So adding your courses is very, very straightforward. You want to come over here to the top right and click on add new. So here is where you give your course a title. So here, I'm just going to close this pop up here, and let's give this a title, and we're just going to call this gardening. Okay. And for this, we are just going to go basic. We're not going to use the Divi builder at all. We're just using WordPress. So I'm going to come over here and click on default editor. And then this is where I'm going to add the description of my course. Right. So to do that, you know, I don't like typing a lot and my typing is really bad. So I just use some dummy text. So I'm going to come over here and we are going to paste our dummy text over here. And also what I may do here is to just add titling. So we're going to set this to heading 1. So let's go ahead and do that by clicking here on this plus button. And I'm just going to add my heading in here. And also what you may need to do is to add a featured image. So what we need to do here is to click here on document, and then we're going to come over here to featured image, set featured image. And I'm going to go to my media library, but in your case, if you haven't uploaded any images to your media library, this is where you want to go ahead and choose your image. So this is about gardening. I'm going to choose my image like that and set featured image. So now we have our featured image. Okay, so the next stage now is to just publish the course, and then we need to add lessons to it. So if you're curious what your course page looks like, you can just click here on view course, and I'm going to open this in a new tab. So here it is. So this is our course page. And as you can see, it has a sidebar. So this is something that you may want to remove. And I'll just show you quickly how to remove that by just coming over here to block, in fact, to document. And if you scroll all the way down here, you see where it says right sidebar. So you want to say no sidebar, and then hit update. Okay, so now that it's updated, I'm just going to come over here and refresh. And now you can see everything is in place. All right, great. So now that we have our course, it's going to need some lessons. So how do we add our lessons? Well, that's straightforward. What you need to do is to come over here to the builder, and then you can start adding your lessons. But before we do that, we just want to add a section. So let's add our main section here, and let's call this module 1. Okay, so we're going to add our section heading, and we may need to add another one here. Let's call this module 2. And let's just add one more, and let's call this module 3. There we go. So now we have 3 modules for our course. So now it's time to add all our lessons. So to add our lesson, I'm just going to click here on this plus button. But before I do that, it's always a good idea that you come over here and just hit update just to make sure everything is all saved properly. All right. So over here now, I'm going to add my first lesson. So I'm just going to call this lesson 1, add lesson. Now notice that we can rearrange this, drag and drop it into position. So this is lesson 1 under module 1. So let's add another one here. So let's call this lesson 2. Again, we're going to drag this into position. Let's add another one. So this one here is going to be lesson 3. But this time we are going to add this onto module 2. So we're going to just drag it over here. Add another one. And this one here is lesson 4. Now, when it comes to these lessons, you can add these lessons however you want. I mean, they can be video, they can be text, they can be audio. It's all up to you how you need to set up your lessons. Right, so let's do the last 2 here. So this is going to be lesson 5. And then finally, we need to add lesson 6. All right, so there we go. We have all our lessons in place. And like I said, if you want to rearrange them, you can always come over here and rearrange everything. Now, notice here we can also add some quizzes. So it's very easy to add all our quizzes over here. But we're not going to do that right now. What we need to do is just to add all our lessons really fast. Okay, so I'm going to hit update one more time. Now, here's the thing. If you want to add the content that needs to go into your lessons, what you need to do here is to come over here and click on edit. But what I normally do to save myself time is to click edit while you're holding down the command key or control key on PC. Now this will open it in a new tab. So you can see here, I've got it now in a new tab. So this is where now you can add all your content. So I'm going to come over here to Lorem 2 like I did before. I'm just going to highlight my content here. And I'm just going to paste it in place. So there we go. This is my content for lesson 1. So let's say I need to add a video in here. This is where you can just go to Vimeo or any video hosting like Wistia and add your URL over here. All right. So I'm just going to use a YouTube video as an example. So I'm going to come over here and just copy my URL, go back to my lesson, and I'm just going to paste my URL in here. And you can see now my video has been added. So now I'm just going to hit update. And if I need to, I can just hit preview. And this is going to show me a preview of this lesson. So this is the process that you'll go through to set up all your lessons. So as you can see here, we have the setup, next lesson. We also have mark as complete. So it is really, really cool. It's clean, it's neat, it's very easy to set up. Now let's do one more lesson. So I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to go and add lesson 2. And I'm going to open this in a new tab. So first of all, like what I did before, I'm just going to add a video in here. So I'm just going to click here, add my video. And this is just a URL from YouTube. And then I'm going to use my Lorem text to just add my text over here on my lesson. There we go. So now that I've added my video and my lesson content, all I need to do now is to head over back here, hit update, and just make sure everything is in place. Now, let's take a look at that course landing page and see what it looks like, because this is going to be really exciting. So now on my course landing page, if I hit refresh, notice what happens. If I scroll down here, you're now going to start to see module 1, lesson 2, module 3, and so on. So as you can see here, this course main landing page has been created and it's looking really, really awesome. Okay, so now that we have this, let's say you've come on the website and you want to see lesson 1. So you just click on that and this will take you to lesson 1. And as you're going through this content, you can click on next lesson and this will take you to the next lesson and so on. But as you can see here, this layout doesn't look really, really, modern. So let me show you one quick thing that you can do that will just change the way this website looks like. Okay, so back over here to courses. What I'm going to do is I am going to go to settings and I am going to activate focus mode. So I'm going to click here on focus mode, and I'm just going to go with, let's say 1180 here for the width. And then all I need to do is to save. Now it's time to take a look at that lesson page that I showed you. So if I come over here, you can see here we're on lesson 2. And as I mentioned, and I'm sure you can agree with me, this doesn't look very modern. So I'm just going to refresh this page and notice what happens. Look at that. Now this looks really nice. So we have now this layout that is much cleaner. It looks very modern. And over here on the left, we can just cycle through all our modules and all our lessons. And over here, you can mark things as complete as well, which makes things easier as you're using this website. All right. So as you can see, just by a click of a button, you can just change the layout of how this website looks. So pretty much this is how you put together your online course website. But of course, the most important thing is you need to prepare all the content ahead of time, and also just to have all the resources all set up so that when it's time to add everything on your website, you can just easily just reference it and just add it onto your website. Now, of course, I know this is a quick startup guide. I'm going to do some follow-up videos as well, where I show you how to set up the payment processes and also how to make your website look even much better using the Divi theme builder. All right, guys, that's all I have for you in today's video. Don't forget, if you buy Learn Dash using my affiliate link, you get access to my Learn Dash Mastery course, a course where I teach you how to design an online course website from scratch. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.